again. My name is Tarkan Batkun from Comparisonator, and I have a fantastic guest today from Brazil, Marcelo Robalinho, CEO of Thinkball and Sports Consulting from Brazil. Well, Marcelo was in charge of Thinkball since 2000. It's been 24 years in the agency business, achieving more than 1,000 deals. And Marcelo, you also have a law degree from USP Lago de San Francisco. And in 2013, Marcelo received the title of Master of Law from Swiss University de Neuchâtel, which together with Center FIFA International Sports Study College, specializing in law. And in December 2013, launched the book, Third-Party Ownership of Football Players. Why are the big actors in the football market afraid? And this was a work that raises a debate about the use of investors in football. And the book, Goal, Gestão, Organização, Liderança, if I spelled it all right, with a short history of 20 executives of football industry linked with Brazilian market. And Marcelo, would you please show us this fantastic office?
Yes, okay. It's a pleasure. I will turn around here, okay, for your audience to see where we work in Thinkball. This is a room for our scouting team. Okay, so we have also a lounge outside. I don't know if you can see good. And this, we work in Thinkball with a team, a huge team. Around 20 people are working our office now. Okay, this involves the part of scouting, the part of agents, the part of law, the part of investments, and everything that we need to give for our players and for the clubs the professional approach and the most professional way to do the deals.
Marcelo, fantastic team. And I know that you're a fairly data-oriented person. Just tell a little bit about this new fashion, I should say, but not fashion anymore. It's a day-to-day life. How are things going in this agency and you with regard to football data?
The football is in constantly change. Okay, so when I started in football, I traveled to Europe with VHS cassette video. So it was crazy. I make my meetings and I need to say for the director of club, please, can you reward the VHS because I need to show to another club. Yeah. And after we start to change. And so now I look like we are in the new era of football. And the new era is a data era. So to support the decisions, all clubs, I just come from Europe. I have a pleasure to meet you in Istanbul in my last trip. So all clubs that I visited in my trip, everybody is using more data than life scout, let's say like that. So for my agency, it's very important to use data. And we always use this by scouting, by another softwares. And now we have a pleasure to use also Comparisonator. That's a very good tool. It's a very fast tool and helps my guys a lot in the day by day. And was a very nice idea behind to organize the data in a fast way. For me, this is the key point, okay? Because data, we have a lot. You can see data in a lot of platforms, but Comparisonator can give to us a complete vision and a fast vision.
Man, it's fantastic to hear, eh? So, how do you think where the transfer industry is going, Marcelo? Because it's changed a lot, hasn't it, since the pandemics?
Yes, change a lot in pandemic, and also, Tarka, in the end of the day, the majority of people in the clubs, they are looking first to keep his job in the club. You work as a scouting, okay, before, you know what I am telling you, in the sense that you need to take less risk possible to present a player for your sport director or for the owner of club. So each position in the club needs to keep safe his job first. And to do this, they think a lot to don't take risks. Okay? And the data helps a lot in this point to show and say, I'm taking this guy because this and that and that and that.
Yeah.
So I feeling that each time more the people inside the clubs using data to do this, to protect himself for a future challenge in case the player don't perform. Because football is not like numbers, okay? Sometimes the player will be a fantastic data, and the next season, because the environment, because the way of the new coach play, the colleagues, anyway, the player cannot perform. Sometimes it's a player problem, sometimes it's a club problem, sometimes both problems. But this is the magic behind football. You can never say this team will win. We never know. Football, we have some space for surprise. So it's the same in transfers. I did some transfer that nobody expected nothing, and the player becomes the best player in the team. But I feeling that inside the clubs, the guys that work in scout position or sport director position, they use a lot data now to protect his job first.
Exactly.
Now I am in one scouting table, and I want to give an example that how we use the Comparisonator. So this is, we use it for our player Thales Brenner that play in Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have a request from Turkey for him. So we use to compare it with another midfielders in Super League. So when we put shots, Thales in the second place, only Mertens in front of him in Super League. When we use opportunity, we put in opportunity. So he's a first player if he played in Super League with his numbers, in front of Mertens, in front of Sebastian Szymanski. So expected goals also, third place. Successful pace, third place. Pace to final third, second place. So with this, we can give to sport director, to scouting in Turkey, a very good vision about the player,
How
about
would
his
your player would progress in Turkey?
in Turkey. So it's a player that, with these numbers that he made in Ukraine, in Super League, he will be between the three best players in a lot of important statistics, shots, pass to final third. So we use this to give also for the clubs the security to go to the level, up level, to say, look, my boss, this player that we liked in videos that we like, all the statistics by Comparisonator show us that we have a very good potential to play Super League.
Bravo,
So
bravo.
the idea is my agency, my team, help the club in the decision maker. Because
Marcelo, the decision makers are understanding these reports, these data reports. Are they in a level now understand more?
yes, they understand more because it's a very good design to show very easy. If you look here, you know that successful forward passes, Thales is in the third place. And also, if you look and you can compare, for example, here, opportunity, okay? He's in front of Mertens from Galatasaray.
Fair enough.
So he's a top player. Galatasaray is a champion of Turkey.
Yes, yes.
So we have a player that have better numbers. Of course, that is another league, but anyway, he have this profile to play, to chase opportunities.
Potential.
So we try always with my international department to give to the clubs the best presentation of our players with videos, with softwares that we use here to show exactly the potential the player has. And with this, we try give to the clubs the chance to look better the player that we are offering. Because now in football, one of the biggest problems, when I start our interview that I talk about VHS video,
Yes.
that time was good for me because we travel, we meet face to face, we show the player, and we discuss. Now we have a problem that is any people in the world that say that is Asian, because some guys are not real agents, but they take an email, they take a WhatsApp from LinkedIn, Instagram, doesn't matter, and start to send to the sport directors and scouts a lot of links of players. So this is a nightmare for a sport director, for a scouting, that receive a lot of offers without nothing special.
Yes.
In the sense about presentation, I mean, not about the player, but about presentation. So we from Thinkball, we look for the club. We put ourselves in the club shows to say, if I am in the club position, I prefer receive a presentation like that than a link from transfer market, let's say. Okay? So I look for Translator with one more tool here that help us to help clubs to take a decision.
Bravo. Marcelo, it's been great to meet you, and we've learned a lot of things from you. And also, as you can see, I've got my Brazilian jersey. This was a present of Bruno Costa when he was in San Jose Earthquakes. Now he's in Brazil. And from here, I actually send hello to Bruno Costa and family, and the father and the mama, and my number 9 Costa.
Okay.
All the best, and great to host you here. Best regards from Istanbul.
Thank you. I hope to see you soon there.